Okay, and review for the test on tomorrow, which is Friday. So I have to get my pen going. All right, now I'm ready. Okay. When we multiply variables together, we add the exponents. So since all the bases are the same, we're going to add the a, b, and c together, which makes D the correct answer. Okay, this one is wrong, and I will show you why. Oh, I'm going to try and remember to mention it in class. Okay, we're adding all the sides. So we're taking this side and adding them together, and then we have to multiply by 2, which all these answers should be multiplied by 2, and they're not. So let's just add these together and see which answer it is, and then we'll change that. So I'm going to rearrange this one and put it in order from biggest to smallest. So I have 3x squared plus 5x plus 8, and I'm adding to it x squared plus 3x minus 10. So after I do that, I should multiply the whole thing by 2 for perimeter, which your answer choices did not, but I'll try and remember to fix that tomorrow. So let's go ahead and add. We have 4x squared plus 8x minus 2. So that is answer choice A, but what it really should be is that times 2. So the real perimeter is 8x squared plus 16x minus 4. So that's really the perimeter, even though the answer choices don't match. Okay, number 3. When we take something to the 1/2 power, it's the same as square root. And so we're going to take the square root of 25, which is 5. And then for our exponents, we're going to go ahead and divide by 2. So I have x to the 4 over 2, which is 4 halves, y to the negative 2 over 2. So I get 5x to the second power, y to the negative 1, which is the same as g. Number 4, we're just multiplying everything together. So I'm going to multiply my negative 3 times 2, which is negative 6. I'm going to put my a's together, which I have negative 8 plus 3, which makes negative 5. I have b, 1 and 4 more, makes b to the 5th. And then my c's, I have a negative 1c and a 1c, basically. So negative 1 plus 1 is going to be 0, which really makes this a 1. So my answer is going to be negative 6, a to the negative 5, b to the 5th, or negative 6, b to the 5th over a to the 5th. If you're not sure about that c canceling out, then you also could do negative 3 up here, your 2 is up here, your a to the 8th power is below, your b is on top, your c is down below, and then I already put the 2 right here. I have a to the 3rd power up here, b to the 4th power up here, and a c up here. So now you can see again, I have a c up here and a c down here, and those cancel out. I multiply that together. I add up my b's, and then I have 8 a's on the bottom and 3 on top, which leaves me with 5 on the bottom. Number 5. Same thing we just did. I'm going to move my a down below. So I have 4 over 6. C is on top. And I just moved my other a down there. So I'm going to simplify my numbers. And I'm going to cancel out my c's. And I'm done. I'm going to put my a's together. So I have 2c squared over 3a to the fourth b, which is d. Okay, number 6, I also messed up. I was trying to be all tricky and change the letters. This should really be 2mn to the third plus 5m. I got halfway done and lost track of what I was doing. So, okay, area means we're going to multiply them together. So I have that times 2mn to the third plus 5m. So I'm going to multiply, distribute. 5 times 2 is 10. I end up with 3m's and 5n's. 5 times 5 is 25. And I end up with 3m's and 2n's. And that's the answer. Again, because my terms have different number of m's and n's, I can't combine them. Okay, number 7, I'm basically looking for which one is true. So, if I have 2x to the fourth power, that means I'm taking 2 to the fourth power and x to the fourth power. And 2 to the fourth power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 2, 4, 8, 16. So this one is correct and probably my answer. But let's do the rest just to make sure. Okay, when I have this, I have to multiply. So this one should be x to the 12, y to the 9. So it is incorrect. H, I add my exponents together, so that one should be, there's that a again, that should be an x. I should end up with x for minus 3, so that one's wrong. And j, I end up with 3x to the fourth, y to the fourth, which I could write as this, but I cannot put that 3 inside the parentheses because that would mean I was taking 3 to the fourth power, which I am not. Okay, number 8. I'm going to distribute my -2 through the whole thing, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in order. So I'm going to have -4x to the fourth plus 9x to the third plus 3x squared. Otherwise I get confused. Okay, so now I'm distributing my -2. So -2 times 3 is -6x squared. So that goes with my other x squared. I have +4x to the third power. And I have +16 x to the fourth power. Then I just add them up. So I end up with 12x to the fourth plus 13x to the third minus 3x squared. Order doesn't really matter. It's just convention to start with the highest exponent and go to the lowest. That's the general way we do it. All right, number 9. I'm looking for volume, which means I'm multiplying all this together. So I have 3xy to the third times x squared, y squared. And basically, I'm just going to add up all the exponents. So I have a 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 x's. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 y's. And that's it. Okay, mess up number, I don't know, 64. I did not mean to put this on there because I meant this to be this whole distance. So just pretend like that's not there. And you have all the sides. So basically we're just adding up the sides. So we're adding up 5.8x, 5.5x, 6.3x, and 2x. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Okay. So I have 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 3 more is 16. 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. Bring down my decimal, put my x, so the perimeter is 19.6x. Okay, simplifying. Distributing. Just because it's 1/2 means I'm either multiplying times 1/2 or dividing by 2. So my first one is 1/2 x, and I have 2 x's and 3 more x's makes x to the 5th. Adding them together, my exponents. So then I have minus 8 divided by 2 is 4, x, 2, and 1 more x makes 3. My y just stays the same. And then I have minus 1/2 x squared y to the 4th. Because I had different variables, I just put my 1/2 x squared with my y to the 4th, and it made one term. Okay, number 12, I am going to take these guys, since it's adding, and put them under their matching term. So I have minus 2r to the 4th, minus 13r to the 5th, and minus 3. So this is going to be minus 10r to the 5th, plus 11r to the 4th, minus 15. Hopefully you're getting to this point going, oh, this is easy. That would be the goal, because then your test will be easy. And since this is a review, this is really what your test is going to look like. So for the shaded area, we're going to take these guys and multiply them, and then subtract these guys. So I have 3x squared times x plus 6, and I'm going to subtract 2x times x minus 2. So distributing 3x to the 3rd plus 18x squared minus 2x squared plus 4x. The only terms that are going to stack are going to be those. I only have one 3x cubed, so I have 16x squared, and I have 4x. So that's it. That's all we can do, and that's my answer. So the only thing you have to notice is it area or perimeter? Area means multiply. 7 times 8 is 56. I have 1x over here and 2 over here. That means x to the 3rd. I have 2 y's over here, and 1 over here makes y to the 3rd. Done. Totally easy. Okay, 15. I'm going to rewrite 15 because there's a whole bunch of negatives in here. First of all, my z to the 0 power just goes away. So I have 14 over 6. My x to the 6 goes on the bottom. My x to the 1 goes on top. My y squared goes on bottom. My y to the 6 goes on top. And my z to the 5th stays on top. Alrighty, so now I can divide this by 2 and this by 2. And I can take away these y's, which makes that a 4. Take away that x, which makes that a 5. So I end up with 7 y to the 4th, z to the 5th over 3. Oh, just over 3. Nope, x to the 5th. Okay. Okay. So we're doing the volume of 2 rectangular prisms. So we're doing both of them. So make sure when you find the volume of that, you multiply it times 2. So I'm going to have 2 times 2x plus 1 times x times x. Okay, I'm going to multiply these guys together and end up with, and actually I'll just put the 2 out there, 2x squared times 2x plus 1. Okay, where did the 2 come from? It's because I have 2 cubes. So make sure if we got 2 cubes that you do twice the volume. So let's multiply, and I end up with 4x cubed plus 2x squared, which is a. We're almost done. No, we're not. Yeah, we are. Okay, these are easy, I hope. Distributing minus 3x to the 4th plus 21x cubed minus 3x squared. I'm going to divide by 5, so I end up with 6 up here, nothing on the bottom. And I'm going to subtract 10 minus 3, so I end up with 6x to the 7th. Multiplying, negative 121, x to the 7, y to the 9. Yeah, you've seen number 20 before. Okay. Don't forget, you take the square root of the 16, which is a 4, and then you take half of the 12, which is a 6. Boom. Good luck on your test tomorrow.